So look at this report. Amazon is working on a Mass Effect TV show. As of this recording, today is November 7th, which is N7 Day. A bunch of fans of Mass Effect expect this day to have a lot of news from BioWare. But this was probably the big news of the day so far, is that Amazon is pushing for a show. Here we go. A new report claims that Amazon is officially developing a TV show based on BioWare's hit sci-fi franchise, Mass Effect. This follows previous reports indicating that Amazon wanted to make a Mass Effect show. Seems the retail giant is finally doing it. Scroll down a little bit here. In a new report from Variety, the outlet says the yet-to-be-announced Mass Effect television show will be written and executive produced by Daniel Casey. The show is being produced by Amazon MGM Studios. No plot details or casting was confirmed by Variety. Casey previously worked on the screenplay for F9, The Fast Saga, which I have to admit I have not seen Fast 9 or 10. Actually, did I see 9? Maybe I saw 9. I don't think I saw the 10th one. If there's a 10th one, I don't even know no more. I'm already lost in the Fast and Furious franchise. Which one was the snow one? Which one had the submarine? I think that's the last one I saw, I'll be honest. I don't know which one that one was. 8? I don't know. He also worked on the sci-fi film Kin, and he did rewrites on 10 Cloverfield Lane. Now, all right, so 10 Cloverfield Lane had a little bit of a Fallout feel to it. So if I just go by that, I do know that kind of reference. It could be good. I actually like 10 Cloverfield Lane. I think a lot of people thought that it was kind of boring because the setting was kind of, basically stationary, but I felt like it was a really good movie. In 2021, it was pretty reported that Amazon wanted to develop a TV show based on the sci-fi RPG franchise after previous unrelated plans to create a Mass Effect movie fell apart. Which I think a show works better for something like this, because a movie you're trying to rush a lot of things and compact it into just 2 hours or 2.5 or 1.5 hours, and just it feels like you wouldn't be able to get all the characters and all that stuff. Development would take too long by the time you get to, a plot and a the ending and stuff like that. It would just feel weird if it's a movie. The news arrives on November 7th, which is known as N7 Day. Talked about that earlier. In the Mass Effect fandom, a day that often brings new announcements about the series. BioWare had warned folks that this year's N7 Day would be a bit quieter compared to past years due to the recent release of Dragon Age Veilguard. BioWare is currently developing the next main entry in the Mass Effect franchise, though we don't know much about what that game will be at the moment, which they did announce not too long ago that they were already working on a Mass Effect 5. I sent a tweet saying I don't remember a Mass Effect 4. I was saying that as a joke. I found it a little bit funny, though, that the comments were really going at each other about should it be considered a 4 or not, and it was kind of funny. It was comical. After Amazon's huge success with the Fallout TV show earlier this year, which is already confirmed for a second season, it makes sense that the streamer would fast-track another video game adaptation based on a different but also popular RPG series. We've seen other parts of Hollywood also try to create hits out of video games, like Netflix's Tomb Raider animated series, HBO's award-winning Last of Us. Will Mass Effect connect with audiences like Fallout? We'll have to wait to find out. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about it. I feel like it should be a show that they could be successful in. I think you kind of have like the Last of Us blueprint to try to make it good. The problem, though, with a lot of space shows, particularly sci-fi that involve space, is that they're very expensive. Halo with Paramount, right? That was one of the things that they try to control. So there's some CGI that kind of look goofy because of that. We'll have to wait and see just how much production they really put into it. I feel like you can't mess it up, but you never know when it comes to space stuff. You just never know. If they keep it simple, right? If they keep it simple like Alien Romulus, kind of, like that, I feel like you could be very successful, because you don't have to show a lot of the space stuff or anything of that nature. You have a setting basically being the ship and have a lot of the stuff kind of take place in that. It's just that Mass Effect has so much that goes on in the video game. I'm not sure how you map it out to where you could keep it that simple, but I feel like that is necessary to stretch the show for many seasons. Do I think it'll be successful in the end? Like, do I think people would connect the audiences? Absolutely. I think Mass Effect has, especially over the years, has been more and more appreciative. I've seen a lot of people go back to it. A lot of people that didn't play it before have been recommended by a lot of people, and they go back and be like, man, yeah, this was awesome. So I feel like the popularity is always there, and each year it's become like a cult following kind of thing. Like each year I feel like more and more fans get to know it. So when the show comes out, I absolutely believe that it could be a success. I actually would say, I would make the argument that it would probably be more popular than Fallout, because you had a lot of people that didn't know anything about Fallout that fell in love with that show. And I feel like the base has way more fans in the Fallout series. I mean, in the Mass Effect series than they did Fallout. So I feel like if they're going by that, you should be successful just on that alone. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. I feel like it could be very good. The only thing I'm worried about is CGI and things of that nature, because like I said, space is very expensive. You know, those kind of sci-fi movies when it involves space. Obviously, it comes down to what they pick as characters. Just in today's climate, today's environment, there's going to be certain decisions that they have to be made that could be costly depending on what kind of people are attacking it. So proceed with caution when it comes to a lot of stuff. Although, I mean, Fallout, I feel, did a lot of successful stuff and was able to implement a lot of things that a lot of people liked, and it didn't have any backlash or anything like that. So I feel like if you're gonna do anything, just put it out there and do it, and let people find out on their own. But we'll see. I feel like it should be successful. I'm excited for the show. I don't know how they could mess up Mass Effect, but it is a series that probably take a few years, right? I would say at least 2 or 3 seasons. They did talk about how Fallout got picked up for a second season. That was an original story, and that's another thing though too. Let me talk about that real quick. Would you want it to be based on Shepard and everything? I mean, I would feel like you have to, but Fallout was able to do a somewhat original story that just had elements of the game. And I wonder if you try to go that route in order to not really get people mad about having to follow a set script. But I mean, I think Shepard is gotta be the character. I think some of the people in I feel like you have to have the cast be more of following that story. I mean, you do have the source material. I don't know, it'll be interesting. We'll see what he does. Daniel Casey. I certainly don't want to be in that position. This is why they get paid the big bucks to do it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm out.